Hello everyone, King Comic here, presenting you with my very first sketch video. In fact, my very first YouTube video. Now, before we get into the goods, I just kind of want to go over a little bit about myself. I've been an avid comic collector basically my whole life, as far as I can remember. I did take a little bit of a break in my teenage years and my early adult years when I was, frankly, too cool for comic books. But I naturally came back to the whole hobby, and here we are today. So for about the past 10 years, I've been attending comic book conventions fairly regularly, which is where I acquired my thirst for comic book artist commissions, as well as my addiction to watching comic book artists draw before my eyes, seeing the artwork come to life right before me. In between shows and conventions, I found myself really, craving watching artists draw something before my eyes, watching the whole thing come together. So I kind of turned to YouTube to see, maybe people have been putting this stuff online, which people have. So that kind of filled the void for a while. That naturally led me to bringing my camera to conventions and recording artists do their commissions, with their consent of course. And this kind of served as a bridge in between shows. When I was reflecting on my commissions, I would often turn on these videos and relive the process. I kind of figured that if I enjoyed these videos so much, there are people out there that would also enjoy watching the process as much as I did. Now, I don't just have sketch videos. I have plenty more content. I've got unboxing videos, especially more recently in the past year or two. I've got commission showcases of pieces that I wasn't there for to record. I've got CGC submissions before and after, kind of guessing the grades of what these comics were going to come back as. Basically, I've got 10 years worth of content. For my first video, I figured I would start on a high note by presenting a sketch video from the legendary artist, one of the key players behind the Batman animated series, and one of the co-creators of the Harley Quinn, none other than Bruce Timm. So, here it is, without further ado, my Bruce Timm commission head sketch. I hope you enjoy.
King Comic.
And here it is. My Bruce Timm Joker head sketch. Now just look at it. Look at the crisp style that he's put into this. The smooth, thick, clean lines. I mean, his most notable artwork came from his character work from the Batman animated series. Now this came out in the 90s during a time of a lot of character complexities when it came to design work. Now, Bruce Timm's was a lot more simple, recognizable, and iconic, which went against the art style of that era. And obviously, it's lasted the test of time. Batman the Animated Series is still an iconic piece of work, still recognized as one of the best animated shows in history. Watching Bruce Timm draw this before me, it made me realize how much detail and attention he puts into the eyes of his characters. He pours so much emotion and character into those eyes, which is not easy to do with such a clean and simple style. I mean, for example, you take a look at the Batman animated series intro, and there's a segment where Batman is kind of this nondescript black shadow moving around and dodging in it, and we move in on the eyes and we see the white slits as they narrow, provoking this kind of brooding resentment that really speaks so much to the character. It's such a simple thing, but speaks so much. The more I look into Bruce Timm's artwork, the more I start picking up on all these details in his eyes. I mean, you take, most recently I saw a Spider-Man cover with Mary Jane that Bruce Timm did, and I automatically went straight to the eyes, and you see this sultry but human aspect to them. It just draws you right in, and these are subconscious things that I never really noticed about his artwork until really seeing it drawn right before me. And that speaks true to this commission with the eye work. I mean, you do get all of Joker's iconic imagery here, but I'm always just drawn in to these insane eyes. He kept going back to the eyes on this piece, you know, making sure the sharp points really eluded that madness of the character, ensuring that deepening the pouches suggested a sleep deprivation. I'm just in shock, in awe of how much he can put into his art style with just so much simplicity. And I think that speaks true to his artistry, to his talent. On a side note, I just want to throw it out there that Mark Hamill's portrayal of the Joker is my favorite portrayal of the Joker. And I mean, a lot of that is attributed to Bruce Timm's character design, coupled with Mark Hamill's deeply incredible voice acting talents. When I read the comics, it's Mark Hamill's voice that reverberates in my head when I read the Joker. And it's because the two of them, Bruce Timm, even Paul Dini, the writer, or the other writers of the Batman animated series, and Mark Hamill's performance, they just created the perfect Joker. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, even just leave a comment below. I plan to upload videos every Friday, so hopefully a lot of you stick around. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.